Russ, obviously a disappointing result on Saturday. How do you go about putting it right?
Basically, back on the training field today and get our heads around Saturday, and it's straight to Southend tomorrow. 3 points needed, and hopefully try and get back in that top three.
Is it just forget it, or do you have to remember some of the hurt?
No, I think we've had the weekend just to think it over, and some of us need to look in the mirror and were we happy with the performances, and 90% of the team probably not. So it was disappointing, but you've got to bounce back, and luckily there's a game on Tuesday to get over it really.
Does the gaffer say much, or if all the players already know, you just sort of one glare and that's it?
Yeah, he reiterates what we're already thinking, but I think as a whole, as a squad and staff, we weren't happy on Saturday, and that was much below performance that we've had so far.
As captain, is there extra onus on you now to set an example?
Yeah, definitely. I was disappointed Saturday because usually I get the best out of the team in terms of our play really, and I feel I let the team down, and we weren't all up to it. So very disappointing, but we've got a game on Tuesday to put things right.
Obviously you'll look to your own performance first, but does captaincy just sort of add a couple of extra thoughts to your head?
Yeah, I think so. Especially with me, I'm not really one for shouting and and having a go at people. I'm more for leading by example really, and if I'm not doing it on the pitch, people tend to follow. So I think there was 8 or 9 of us who weren't at the races on Saturday, and that's why we lost.
Jason Taylor in alongside you. How has that just sort of changed perhaps the workload, because before everything was on Russ Penn to do all the tackling?
Yeah, it's we've done all right in the 2 games prior to it. We could have had 6 points out of. So after one game, we're not going to get deflated about it. But I think it can work well, and we'll see. We've got Darren Carter and Marlon Pack, Sam Deering, lots of players in that position. So whatever the gaffer goes with, we're confident.
And he is suggesting changes. He tells us he already knows his team in his own mind, and
am I in it?
He hasn't told us that.
He must be, otherwise you wouldn't be speaking to.
Yeah, he said obviously to talk to you. How quickly can you adapt when you get told a team on a Monday presumably, and then you've got to go out there and play on Tuesday?
Well, we've got to adapt as quick as what it wants really. We've got 1 day of training today, the same as Southend will have. So it's not as if it's all on us, but we've just got to get out there today, work hard, smile on our faces, and go there full of confidence tomorrow, which we will do.
And looking at Southend and where they are in the table, cliche, but a real 6-pointer.
Yeah, definitely. We said that after Saturday. There's got to be lots of changing in the positions, or to the end of the season in the league, and we really need to grind out some results now and make that 3rd place our own.
And there's been some ding-dong battles between yourselves and Southend over the last couple of years, and I suppose the good one to look back at is autumn last season, 3-0 at home, which a lot of people said was one of the best performances they saw in League 2 that season.
Yeah, it was. Great game to play in. I think I scored that day. Very rare goal from me. But we'll go there tomorrow, full of confidence. The Dagenham game's gone now, and we've all forgot about that, and we'll learn from that.
Who stands out in the Southend midfield for you?
I like that Timlin, but I'm not sure if he's broke his leg or something.
Yeah, the rest of the season.
That's a good bit of a bonus for us, and I think Cresswell's out as well, I think, for Saturday. So we've just got to go there. They've got a good crowd who will get on top of them, so we've got to frustrate them and see how it goes.
Would you accept a point if I offered it to you at this stage? Maybe.
If we get 3 points on Saturday, it's a good point. So, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Thank you. Good luck.
All right, mate.
Russ, do you think the end of the Rovers game might have affected you on Saturday? Just deflating.
I don't think so. It took us a bit of time to get over it, because it was just more of a shock more than anything. Because probably overall the game it probably deserved the draw. Do you know what I mean? But last kick, 30-yard strike. It was a bit of a wounder, but that's no excuse for what happened on Saturday. It was a much below performance from all of us. So one to forget.
Yeah, you mentioned Jason Taylor earlier, but does him being in there change what you can do at all? Does he give you more freedom?
Obviously, we're all different players. Marlon, Darren, myself, and Jason. We've all got our own traits and good bits and bad bits. So it's what the gaffer goes with. Really, we're all good players. Played at this level a long time now. So whatever he chooses he's right for the team.
Yeah, he spent all the last season playing pretty much with Marlon in midfield. Tricky situation for him at the moment, but he certainly didn't show any signs of being affected by it when he came on Saturday.
He's a good lad, good pro, so he can't do anything else really. There's no point in sulking. Could happen this week, could happen at the end of the season, so he's a pro and a good one at that.
Yeah, United are 12 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and people saying they haven't really been playing that well. And he just got to pick up the result, whatever the performance.
We keep saying, we haven't really started this season, but with 15 games to go, we're still in the mix. I know it's really tight, but no one really wants that, third position, and we've really got to go for it now. If not that playoff, so we'll see.
What was the coach like on the way back Saturday? Were people trying to analyse what went wrong?
It was not very good. Bad trip out.
Were you sort of trying to work out why? Why he didn't perform?
I suppose everyone, 9 players out of the 11, I'd say, just weren't at the races, and you get games like that, and you got to make them very few and far between. So we've got to get over it now and look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, the 3-0 at home was brilliant, but the 4-0 at their place wasn't good, and the home game earlier this season wasn't good either. So you definitely feel like you owe Southend one.
We do, yeah, and I think it takes a game like Dagenham to really get you going again. I think I know we've been on an unbeaten run of 5, but losing the way we did on Saturday could be a good kick up, the backside for us really.
Yeah, and that was your first defeat as captain, wasn't it? So you've got to put that right as well.
I've got to put that right, John. Yeah, don't want many more of them. So a nice little unbeaten run now, a few games just to get a few more points on the back of us, and for the last 10 games of the season, we can really have a good push then.
Yeah. Fatigue-wise, do you think you'd be all right, because it's two long trips in a few days? But
yeah, it's fine. We get looked after by Cheltenham, so I think we're stopping down there tomorrow, have a good pre-match, and get our heads fully focused on the game.
Yeah. Do you tend to have a sleep in the afternoon, or do you
not really?
just have a relax?
Just rest. Yeah.
Right.
Too much sleep not good for you, mate. All right, boy.